as I said, I'll be recording another video right after that one. So I'm recording it right now. I was saying, I was talking about English. Yeah. So, see, I've noticed this thing, and many of you must have noticed, or many of you must have been going through this. The thing is that people really do struggle while talking in English, still, they have to talk in English. And if you think that's how you're going to learn, yeah, that's right, that's how you're going to learn. But the thing is that you can also talk in Hindi. Talking in English is not important while you're talking to a person who knows Hindi. That's not there, you have to do all the efforts to learn English right there. If you're talking to a foreigner or a person who does not know Hindi, then you're making efforts and struggling talking in English. That is understandable. But when you're talking to a person who knows Hindi and who is an Indian and he's among your circle and from your circle or something like that, and still you're struggling so much, why can't you just speak in Hindi instead of English? English will not make you look posh or more educated or nothing like that. Why do people have this thing in their mind that English is like, talking in English will make them look different or something like that? It's not like that. I don't know why do people do that to themselves. It will only make you feel low confident, and it's not right. So, and Hindi is not, like talking in Hindi make you look gamar. It's not like that. Some people have this tendency of thinking like that, which is very wrong. I'm talking in English because I'm comfortable talking in English. It's not because I want to look posh or I want to show off, yeah, I can talk in English. I did mess again. I can talk in English and see I'm very posh and panache. It's not like that. It's what I'm thinking in English, so I'm speaking in English. And when I don't feel like talking in English, I talk in Hindi. And I don't talk in English at home. I don't talk in English to with my brother or my sister or anybody. So why do people put so many efforts? And there are some kind of people. There are this kind of people who don't know English. They are trying to learn, which is a very good thing. That they are trying to learn some language. That's it, and which is going to help them in future. Because in corporate sector and anywhere you go, you just have to know this language to deal with people, and and this also makes you feel confident. That's what I have observed. Yeah, if you know English, you will feel more confident than the people who don't know, because half of the crowd does not go forward and take and participate in the things because they say, we don't know English, I don't think so we can compete with them because they know English. I have heard this thing like a million times from so many people. I don't understand. I keep on telling them that language has nothing to do with your skills, and that's true. When I was in college, I used to live in hostel, and we went for an event, a musical event. It was in some 5-star. We got free passes from our seniors, so we went there, and there was some lady who was playing tabla, and she came from Kolkata, and I just forgot her name, and she was very famous lady. I took her autograph also. She did not know Hindi, she did not know English, and she had traveled whole world, and she only knew this language. Oh, what is the language? Yeah, Bengali. Yeah, Bengali. She only knew Bengali, and but her skills, her skills just made her so much famous than her language, that people really need to understand. And people just go to these things, English learning courses, English speaking courses, and they buy the books and the CDs. I'm telling you, nothing is going to help you. Nothing is going to help you. Trust me. Because you cannot learn English like that. You can only learn English. There's only one way you can learn English, by listening to it, not even by reading books. You can only learn it by listening to it. Because I'm one living example of this. I I did not know English when I was in 11th or 12th. I never used to speak in English, and there was nothing like that. But then in our school, this culture started that you cannot talk in Hindi. If you will talk in Hindi, there's some penalty of 5 rupees or 15 rupees that will be chargeable on you. So then we started talking in English, and there was some tutti frutti English we used to talk in with bad grammar, and so much shit was there. And but then later, and I never planned that I want to learn English, and I never did any effort for that, because I never knew that I would be, needing this language anywhere. I had no idea about that. I never cared about that also. It was just like when my brother used to come from the hostel, he used to give me some songs. Oh, look at this song of Taylor Swift. It is famous song and it just got released. And I used to listen to those songs, and I never used to understand the lyrics. So I used to Google the lyrics, used to see the lyrics, and I used to listen the song. Then sunte you just learn the lyrics, and then you start singing the song. And when you start singing the song, you just realize the framing of the sentences and stuff like that. And that's how I just grabbed things. That's how I started grabbing things. That yeah. And in that flow, and he also used to give me some English movies. I like action movies and all that, all the Batman movies, Spider-Man movies, and Saw, and all these kinds of movies. I used to watch them with their subtitles, not lyrics. So half of the time I used to just look at the subtitles. I used to forget the scene, I just used to read the subtitles, and used to have this earphone things, and I used to try. I had this thing that I used to make this connection, that person saying the dialogue and me reading the dialogue, so that I understand. So I used to coordinate with that, and used to forget the scenes. And when I just used to get finished with the movie, my brother was like, oh, did you saw that scene? And I was like, oh, no, I did not see that scene. There was any such scene or stuff like that. He used to be like, तूने movie देखी कैसे फिर? I was like, oh, मैं subtitles देख रही थी. This has happened, but I never thought that I am looking at the subtitles because I want to learn English. I used to look at the subtitles because I never used to understand their accent. So that was the reason. And like that, when I started watching Friends, and like that, I just I never realized that I started speaking in English. Initially it was like tutti frutti, then it was like less tutti frutti, then it was like little less tutti frutti. Now it is like just little tutti frutti. Not much tutti frutti. I can talk in English like normal people, normal, though I make mistakes, and I don't even care, because everybody does that, so hardly matters. Many of the times when you're talking to a person, the other person does not know that you're making mistake. Even he's making mistake, and you don't realize he has made a mistake. The basic need of the language is to communicate, and that's what we are able to do. So enough I know, and I don't care about the rest. The other thing I just wanted to say, that if you are eager to learn, why did I tell you all this story about me, that me watching movies, watching songs, listening to the lyrics, reading to the lyrics and all that? Because that's how I learned English, and I never realized that fact. But then I observed it, how did that happen to me, and I am talking in English. Then I realized, that was the reason. And when you listen, you learn more. You don't have to read novels and stuff like that, because that way you're never going to learn. And there is no school, there's no such class, there's no such teacher who can teach you grammar. That you have to learn. You cannot teach someone that thing. You just have to learn. You just have to understand the basic thing, that this comes in present, past, future. That's what you have to understand, and then you will gradually understand. Once you will start listening to things, you'll gradually understand everything. So if you are eager to learn, this is the best way to learn English without feeling shy, because you can sit in front of a laptop, computer, phone and you can watch English movies with subtitles and watch TV series like Friends is the best thing you can watch in this world. Friends, you should really watch that. And Game of Thrones, and there are many more movies you can watch and stuff like that. But the basic thing is that if you don't want to learn, if you are not eager to learn, and you still feel less confident and feel shy going in front of the crowd, that is the worst thing is happening to you right now. So don't do that. English is nothing, it's just a language, and language is used for communication, and you still can communicate without knowing that language. There are countries like Spain, and there are many more countries where people don't know English. They just talk in Spanish and Portuguese and whatever the language, their language is. You think that's posh because that sounds to you like English, but that's not English. Okay, just the alphabet they are using are from that English. They looks like English, but they are not English. So you have to understand, just because Hindi does not have anything to do with similar languages to other country, that doesn't appear like that. So you think Hindi is a lower language and English is higher language, and it will make you look very good and all. That doesn't happen, and it is not like that. If you have that thing in your head, just throw it away. It is never going to help you, because if you are a skillful or talented person and you're just like lacking this quality in you, that you don't know this language and you're facing so many problems, you're just going on the wrong way. You're just going to totally in wrong direction. It is never going to help you, and this is I'm sure about, because no teacher, no class, no school can teach you English. You can only learn when you listen. That's the only way. And I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but as far as I know, I have learned like this, and I have seen people doing like that. But there are less people who really understand and realize that this is the only way